Hi, this is Yang. I want to use this video to show my Thesis project. My project is to use the virtual reality technology to help with the recruitment and onboarding training. So right now, staying at home, working from home are becoming the mainstream of our lives in this pandemic. Many people cannot adapt to work remotely, especially for candidates and new employees. I have a friend who just changed her job recently. Although she has worked in the new company for months, she has never met her colleagues in person nor be to the office. That made her feel that she's not integrated into the company. So here is the introduction of my background. As I mentioned before, that many people cannot adapt to work remotely, especially for the candidates and employees. And the second one is the average cost per hair. 2019 is about $4,000. It's very high. And also because of pandemic, companies face a new challenge in the recruitment and training. And here is a problem statement. Many recruiters find it very difficult to attract more talented candidates. The second one is the candidates decline the offer, which forces the recruiters to do the recruitment again. This is a very big problem for the recruiters in that case, not only with more time and money, but also loss of talents. The third horrible thing is companies new hire employees quit their job within a few days. Here is the overall of my product, how it works. The first, recruiters need to build a scenario that's made up by 3D models. They need to use our set to build their scenario like conference room or other office part. Then they need to add some characters dialogue in the scenario. Those scenario often happens in our work. Recruiters can make this as a test to test the candidate's ability in work, for example, their communication ability. Many scenarios made up a whole project. After finish the project, recruiters can send the test to the candidates. After candidates finish the test, recruiters can screen the candidates by test results. And here is my project goals. First is it saves time and money for the company's recruitment and training. So my product is to business. And the second is attract more valuable and creative talent for companies. And the third one is establish a stable relationship between employers and employees. This is very important. And the fourth one is reduce the situations that new employees quit job after only work a few weeks. And next is the comparisons. The first one is Infinite Office. This app allows users to do their work via computers. Also, it is expected that a more compatible device will aid in the future. And the third one is Spatial. This software can let the users have the virtual meeting. The application allows the people from different places to sit together in the VR room to have a discussion like the real world. And the last one is called the VR 360. Except for the big companies have enough money and employees to try the new technology, there are also many small and medium-sized enterprises that would purchase some VR training from the company in the VR field. So here is things. But I think this company has the shortcomings as a VR technology company. First, those demos they gave me are more like the interactive video than the virtual reality. This is more like the company collecting some videos from the daily work from their clients and turn them into the interactive form. I'm not sure how the company works, but if they work like this, they need to complete those cases one by one. I think it's not an effective way to help those companies to solve the recruitment and the training pain point. And here's analysis of my product. The strength of my product is my product allows small and medium enterprise to customize the training they want. And the second one is candidates and the new employees do not need other VR equipment. They only need their computers. And the weakness of my product is those scenarios are not unique enough to show their companies because they can't build their own 3D models. It just can use my assets to build their scenarios. And the second one is the user's sense of the immersions may not greatly reduced if other VR devices are not equipped. And here is my service data. I picked the 4 important questions here. And the target audience of the service is internal recruiters. The purpose of the service is to know the recruiters' pinpoint, understand their altitude towards the VR technology used in recruitment. Also help me determine the direction of my further design. Those questions is to understand the user's motivation, which we can see the user's real needs. Also, it can help me complete the user persona. From the chart, we can see the most motivation for recruiters to work is bonus. I'm not surprised at it. Money is the biggest motivation for most people's work. If my product can meet those motivations, then the more recruiters will be attractive to use our product. Although many VR technology has been used in many industries, it's still a new thing in the recruitment industry. Also, I start from where they can care most and design solutions to solve their problem. As can be seen from the chart in the right up corner, one of the most concerned factor in the degree of match between the candidates and company position. And the second is the stable of the new employees. So I focused on designing the products for those 2 aspects. For example, the result of the VR test will allow the recruiters to better screen the talents. The second point is to use VR to allow the candidates to better understand the company's culture and what to do before onboarding. This will make them more stable in the new company. So after getting insights from the survey result, I have a clear understanding about my target users and create a persona. I think user persona will help me to make a better decision what will satisfy the user's needs. And after the persona, I also made the interview that I got 5 findings from their very useful answers. And the first one is screen candidates in the job that recruiters to do the most every day. So I think I should add a screener feature to have recruiters screen the candidates in this application. And the second one is recruiters send the apply link directly to the potential candidates, which means sending link to the candidates is very effective. It might be convenient to send VR training and test link to the candidates or the employees. And the third one is believe that the surrender for realizing VR recruitment is very high, and the candidates need to have the corresponding VR wearable devices. I think I should lower the barrier to use so that both parties can achieve the virtual reality with only the most basic equipment such as a computer. And the fourth one is the most commonly SaaS application that recruiters use in the work are the application tracking system. So I think I can add a feature to help recruiters arrange their schedule. And the last one is many users have used the web creation application before, to use those templates directly, just change the picture and connect. This is very simple and convenient way for those who don't understand the code. So I also should make it easy for users to use templates. will also allow them to better customize the contact. So here is my two main user flow of my product. I will use my prototype to show how this flow works later. So here is my wireframe. I've put the main pages of my product. The first is a dashboard, and second one is how to build the scenario in my product. And the third one is the project, how to arrange each scenario in the project. And the fourth one is analysis. The recruiters can see the candidates test results in here, and also have some data to process. And here is my first version of prototype. Because the time limit, I not show my first prototype in here, and but I can see it's have some many problems in this prototype, and I made the usability test, and my participants give me many useful suggestion of my product, and also points many problem of my product. It shows in here, and the most problem is that the icon, some icons misleading, and they don't get what this means, and also they think use this product may need some tutorial. They can't really understand the relationship between each part of my project. Yeah, so based on those suggestions and findings, I made a last version of my prototype. It shows in here. So in this prototype, I will show how those scenarios works. So here is my homepage, the dashboard page. So the first scenario is Alice, my persona name. Alice is an internal recruiter, and she wants to create a new sense for her project. She's working on creating a test to test a candidate's communication ability at work. So the first thing, she needs to create a new scenario and name it, and choose the project of the scenario. After he chooses it, he creates it, and it will move to the workspace of the scenario, how to build a scenario. The first one is background, and each icon have the hover on it, and to let user know which icon means, he can just directly drag those assent to the workspace. And I put a refrigerator in here, and it will show in here, and I need to change the transform of the refrigerator, and the position, the rotation and XYZ, because it's a 3D. After this, I can also use this to change the size of the refrigerator. After this, I need to save it. And if it shows a check mark, it means I save it very successfully. And after we set up the background, we need to move to the character to set up the characters. And we can choose the gender of my characters, and the clothes, the shoes, the skin color, and also can change the eye size, the face size, and also the nose size, something else, and also the body size. After we finish all this character is built. After we build this, we also need to save it. And after the character done, we move to the camera. And in here, it will show, when we create a new scenario, the hover will show the GIF to introduce how this camera works, and also some tests to introduce how it works. And we click here, and it have the new shots in here, and we need to name it and describe it, and also put the duration. This shot duration 5 seconds. and we can change the position of this camera. And after we set down a camera, we need to add the flowchart of the dialogue. First is the narrator, and the name the narrator and the task. You want a cup of coffee in the break room. Meanwhile, you meet your colleague in here, and the description introduce the background of the story, and add more. Now we need more, and we can choose a different dialogue, like the conversation, and name the conversation and task. So what do you think our new VP is from Alice to say? And the character name, description, and add more. The new choice that's maybe you can say the candidates can say his certain unique take one things. I'm excited to say where we go from here, and we can also have another choice. After we done this part, it will show things that way, like different shots and different dialogue in here. And also we need to save it. Then we move to the sound, the audios. Here is an audio library. In my first version, I don't have the audio library. It just the user just need to import the audio from their computer. But based on the user-based test, and the participants think that they more want to have some library that they can just drag those music to their project. They think it's very convenient, and they don't want to waste more time to find the music. So I just drag this music to my audio. And also I can change the property of the audio, like volume, speed, and fade in, fade out. And it will show things here if I drag more music in here. And after we settle down the audios, our project is almost finished. We can preview this to see if there's something wrong in this video. We can also edit it in here, and if it's all done, we can save it, and it will finish. And this scenario is also finished. We just go back to the dashboard. And the scenario 2 says Alice wants finish all the scenario for her project, and she need to sort those scenario to make the test logic. So in this way, we need to go to the project and click the effective communication. And here it shows all the scenario here. We just need to drag it in the workspace. And here it shows the dialogue detail. And if we made a different choice, we may move to the different scenario. So we just click the choice, and it will move to the breakout room scenario. And if we click the choice A, we can set it to the daily work conversation scenario. Yes, and other logic of the project. And after it's done, we can create a link of our project, and copy that link. We can send this link to the candidates. So this part is also done. And I also want to show how the candidates looks like when they open this link. It will show in here. You want a cup of coffee in the break room. Meanwhile, you meet your colleague here. And Alice asks you, what do you think of a new VP? And you need to make your choice about what will you say. If you choose the first one, it's finished and you move to the next step. Thank you so much for your choice. Click here to continue the task. You may move to the next. It's in the conference room. We have the regular meeting here, and also with the stakeholders. Some of your colleagues says your project is great, but the managers may have some different opinions about your work. And in that way, what we will do. And the candidates need to make a choice about what will they do. So this scenario is done. You need to move to the next scenario. Thank you so much. Bye.